you guys have to do that in public?
Well, we were actually in private until you came along. I should probably go and get changed for work. Do you want to wait a sec and you can walk me?
Mm-hmm. What's in your hair?
Oh, mulch. Hey, have you ever been in a fight?
Yeah, a couple.
Oh, well, how about an arranged fight?
Like where someone challenges you and you turn up to a certain spot and there's like a bunch of kids watching?
Yeah.
Never. So someone wants to fight you?
Yeah, Jayden Worley.
The new under-18's full forward? What did you do to him?
No, nothing. Nothing. I don't know, he ended up looking bad in front of his mates. Now I'm the one copping the blame for it. Not showing up's just gonna make things worse, won't it? Good. Fantastic. So I'm just gonna get pulverized. Super.
You're not a fighter, Bailey. But, you are smart, so use your head and you'll think your way out of this.
Any requests while I'm at the supermarket?
Nope, all good here.
What about you, sweetheart? You're very quiet this afternoon.
I'm just tired.
Well, why don't you have a nap, and when I get back you can help me with dinner. Right? I won't be long.
Yep. Thanks for not saying anything.
I just don't understand why you can't tell her you're hiring a PI to find your daughter. You were talking about doing it anyway.
This isn't about keeping things from your mum, it's about keeping things simple. I mean, look at what happened with Lisa. Everyone got excited, then disappointed.
So this way only you're disappointed.
Yes. And I get to make decisions quickly. I don't have to wait for everyone else to have their say.
Well, that is my point. Mum should have a say.
Okay, normally I would agree with you, but she told me before she's feeling swamped by everything.
So now she can't handle the truth?
Why do you think she stayed back and talked to your counsellor after your session? As soon as I have something solid, I will tell her, but until then, she doesn't need anything else to worry about. Don't you agree?
I don't know.
Well, so what does that mean?
It means I need to think about it. Is it just me, or are males the most disappointing species on the planet?
Look, I know you're better at biology than I am, but, males are a gender, not a species.
Whatever, they still suck.
Okay, who's done what?
I don't want to talk about it. I'm just so sick of guys letting me down and not being who I think they are.
Right.
Right, what?
I don't want you to take it the wrong way.
I'm not going to be offended. What is it, Amber?
Sometimes I think maybe you expect too much from people.
So what's the problem? My standards are too high?
Well, look at what happened with Mason. You thought he was the bee's knees, and then you found out he was human, and you lost interest.
That's not what happened.
What about with Isaac? You thought he was a god in the beginning.
And it's my fault he turned out to be a complete jerk.
No, I'm just saying you're putting these guys up on pedestals, so the only way they've got to go is down. I think you're setting yourself up for disappointment. Great, you're offended.
Offended? Who's offended? I'd just rather have high standards than no standards at all.
Is that a dig at me? Wow. Thank you. I will be sure to tell your brother that.
Is this about the fight?
How'd you find out about that?
Well, I saw you and Josie arguing in the store, remember? She got upset and walked out.
Josie's fine, Mum. You don't need to worry about that.
Hey, I was thinking I'd cook tonight. Barbecue okay?
Yeah, sounds perfect.
Great. I'll stop past the butcher later. Also, you reckon you could be free for lunch next week?
I can be, why?
I just thought it'd be nice to go somewhere fancy, have a good meal, a couple of glasses of wine. Tuesday suits my roster if you're free.
What brought this on?
Just hit me that it's been a while since we did something special.
It has. And I would love to have lunch with you next week.
Oh, good. I'll book it in.
Okay.
See ya.
Dad, there you are. Now listen, I hate to be a nag.
Yeah, I know. I've got to ship the ginger beer from the shed, but I just haven't had time.
Yeah, why not do it now? And get Bailey to help you.
But what?
Well, darling, you look like you need to keep busy.
I still got half of this to memorise, sweetheart.
Yeah, later. I've heard that for long enough. Now, come on, the two of you. Go on. Come on!
All right, so where are we moving them to?
Under the house. Oh, and don't forget, if the bottle's got a sticker, that's the hard stuff. We got to keep those crates separate, mate. The last thing we want is some kiddie-wiki drinking the wrong one.
Why is it strong?
Strong. That stuff would knock an elephant sideways. What are you gaping at?
Nothing.
Well, come on, let's get it done, then I can get back to my study.
First things first. Have we got a date?
We do. Next Tuesday at noon. It's a few days before our actual anniversary, so hopefully Lauren won't cotton on.
Great.
I'll email you that invite list as soon as I get it confirmed.
All right, then. Now then, what about your vows? Have you had a chance to think about that?
Not really. I've mostly been thinking about keeping it secret from Lauren and making sure she turns up.
Of course, of course. What about your original vows? Do you remember what they were?
Pretty standard, do you take this woman sort of thing?
Well, a lot of people like to personalise it the second time around. That often means writing their own vows. Oh, now you just look worried.
It's just that I'm not great with words. It's tough enough writing her birthday card every year.
Well, I'm sure there's a lot of song lyrics or maybe poetry that we could borrow from.
Poetry? I'm not really sure where to start with that, though.
Well, if you like, I can put some options together. At least then we're not starting with a blank page.
Yeah, that sounds good.
Okay. Just don't worry. No matter what you choose, Lauren is going to be over the moon. Okay?
Okay.
I was wondering if you would like the last slice of caramel cake.
Oh, that's fine, Mum. I'm fine.
Oh. And why have you got your school bag?
I was going to go to the pool, so I needed something to put my towel and stuff in.
Oh. Why don't you swim in our pool?
Well, it's not big enough to do laps and doesn't have a water slide. See you, Mum.
Did you manage to change Jayden's mind about the fight? Don't even tell her.
Thank you.
So?
Oh, well, you were right. I was able to think my way out of it. Now I'm going to go meet Jayden and broker a deal.
What kind of deal?
Well, let's just say I think I've come up with something he'll like more than hurting me. See you, mate.
Is the coast clear?
What?
You're meeting with Matt. Wouldn't want to ruin your celebrant debut for a second time running.
Oh, I've got much bigger problems than that. Have a look at that. Is that not the most cheesy, insincere thing you've ever read in your life?
What am I looking at?
Wedding vows, if you can believe it. That's not even the worst of them. I am in big trouble.
You'll have to catch me up here.
Well, Matt's worried about writing something from scratch for the wedding vows, and I said I would find him something to inspire him.
Right, well, you can come up with his fromage.
There's a couple of nice things in that book that you got me, but I don't know, they're just not quite right for Matt and Lauren. Can you help me write something?
Me?
Well, you write songs all the time.
You don't like any of them.
Oh, that's not true. I love your songs. Well, some of the lyrics are all right. It's just the music part that's a bit dodgy.
This is supposed to make me want to help you.
You did sabotage my first attempt at being a celebrant.
I bought you Matt in return.
And I'm very grateful. I'll be even more grateful if you help me.
Blue box grateful.
Quite possibly.
Leave it with me.
Where are you going? I thought you could do it here under my close supervision.
Darling, an artist doesn't discuss his process. You just have to trust me.
What's all this about?
Oh, well, I'm brainstorming ideas for new love songs. I'm just talking to people about their experiences.
I'm not really sure I've got much to say about love.
Oh, come on. You must have. What about Josh? Surely he said something to you, or you said something to him that's special?
Oh, wait, no, I've got one. When I had my injury, Amber said to me that she would take the pain away and feel it for me if she could. So that was probably the most romantic thing anyone's ever said to me.
Josh doesn't really ever say anything romantic, but my first boyfriend did. He used to say that he loved me so much that he'd stop a freight train for me. Although he turned out to be a liar and a creep. So maybe it's not about the things that you say and more about the things that you do.
You know, it's often your first true love that leaves the biggest impression. For me, that was magic, was. I know Harold won out in the end, but while I was wooing her, she used to say, I can think of worse things than growing old with you.
But I remember this one night, you know, in that first year, Therese thought I was asleep and she came in, she put her arms around me and she said, thank you for existing.
Okay, so don't tell Brad I told you this. But he once said that waking up with me was something that he'd never take for granted.
I don't know why you're asking me. In case you haven't noticed, I don't have a boyfriend. And from what I can tell, love is a mess. You hope the other person will be all of these things and then they turn out not to be. Then what do? Sorry. I told you I wasn't a good person to ask.
Ah, good timing. I could do with a hand.
Mum, do you think I put people on pedestals? Men, I mean.
Where did that come from?
Amber, she says I expect too much from people and then I get disappointed because they're not perfect.
Well, nobody's perfect. You know that, sweetheart.
Not even Dad?
Oh, especially your dad. And I'm not perfect either, in case you hadn't noticed. Actually, that's probably why your father and I are so perfect for each other. Look, darling, there's nothing wrong with wanting people to be the best versions of themselves. But Amber's right in a way. If you're always expecting perfection, you're always going to be let down.
I'm so judgmental.
Hey, don't be so hard on yourself.
No, I am. When Amber told me I was like that, I snapped at her.
Well, maybe you should go and find her and tell her that you're far from perfect.
If you are looking for Josh, he's out the back.
No, I'm actually here to see you. You were right, or what you said before, about me putting guys on pedestals and then getting shattered when they let me down.
Imogen.
No. You were trying to be a good friend and tell me something about myself, and you were trying to do it in the nicest possible way. But I wasn't very nice to you, and what I said, it's not even true.
Except it is. I've always been afraid that if I ask too much from a guy that he'll leave. Except the truth is, things didn't start getting better between me and Josh until I started expecting more from him.
I can't argue with that.
I think it's great that you expect so much from guys. You don't just accept whatever they throw your way.
Well, maybe we're both right. Maybe we need to place our expectations somewhere in the middle.
Somewhere in the middle sounds perfect. Imogen just popped around. She said she might come back around later.
Fantastic. It's not like I don't see enough of her as it is already.
You should be thanking her. If it wasn't for her, we wouldn't be together.
Yes, we would.
No, we wouldn't. If I hadn't been friends with Imogen, I wouldn't have looked twice at you.
Wouldn't have looked twice. Wow. That's nice. That's really nice.
I'm just not that into beefcake.
You gonna go for a dip? Is that what this is about? I think you might. Come on. Come on.
Do you guys ever stop? Like, just out of curiosity?
If you're so grossed out, keep walking.
I will. I'm gonna grab some sunscreen. So how'd it go? I mean, you're still alive, so can't have been too bad.
Yeah, well, Jayden took the deal. I'm off the hook, simple as that. Sorry. No way.
What?
Well, he wants me to go over there and hang out with him and his mates.
Jayden?
Yeah.
Well, are you gonna go?
Well, I don't want him to hate me again.
Yeah, no, good point. The best way to avoid another fight is just to be mates with the guy, I suppose.
Yeah, okay. So I go over there for an hour or so and...
Yeah, well, it can't hurt, I suppose. By the way, you're gonna tell me how you pulled this off one day.
So basically, your mysterious artistic process involves trotting around the neighbourhood and stealing everyone else's experiences.
Yes. No art's original, darling. You have to admit I've come up with the goods.
Yes, yes, you have. And what you've come up with is indeed very special.
What about Lou's? I think he's come up with some real pearlers.
Yes, yes, he has. But then he does have a lot of experience to draw on.
He does, yes. Interesting you should say that because he wants to come over tomorrow with some supplementary material.
Really?
Wants to think about it overnight.
Oh, I can't wait.
Yeah, and there's one here from Toadie and Sonya.
See, that's lovely too. Sonya says that Toadie's the best part of her. Oh, surely Matt can find something in amongst this lot to inspire him. I dare him not to be inspired.
Hang on a second. There is one more.
Oh, who's that from?
I'll let you guess.
The most romantic thing anyone has ever said to me is "Good morning, I love you," because that's what you say to me every day. And the fact that you keep saying it after all these years, and mistakes, and children, and pets, and divorces, and marriages, makes me the luckiest, happiest man in the world. I love you, Susan Kennedy. Oh, Karl.
Doesn't rhyme. Might be a hit. But it's from the heart.
I love it. And it might make me a bad celebrant, but I'm not going to share that with anybody. I love you.
I'll put it on lock and key.
All right, I've made my decision.
And?
I want to state again that for the record, I think it's a really big mistake not telling Mum. She might be stressed, but I know she wouldn't want to be cut out of this. But I'm not going to tell on you.
Well, I appreciate you trusting me.
This is not about trusting you. This is about me letting you do things your own way and not always expecting you to be perfect.
And I appreciate that.
It's not going to end well, though. You know that, right?
Honey, if I didn't think this was the best way to go, I wouldn't be doing it.
Okay. But just so we're clear, if Mum asks me directly, I will not lie to her.
Understood. Come on, come here. What are you smiling about?
Oh, it's just so nice to see Imogen in such a good place, isn't it?
Yeah, definitely.
Although she did come asking for some advice earlier.
Yeah, about?
Well, about people not being perfect, including you. You don't know what might have brought that up, do you?
No idea.
Sorry about the barbecue. We just got so caught up at work.
Oh, darling, another time. You must be exhausted.
I don't mind the extra hours. I just want results. Kate deserves answers.
Yeah, and you'll find them. But for now, why don't you go have a shower and come watch the footy? It'll help you unwind.
Nice idea, but I forgot to tape it.
Yeah, I know. But I didn't.
Yeah?
Mm-hmm. And there's a cold beer in the fridge for you, too.
I really like you.
Well, that's good, because I really like you, too.
No, I mean, I really like you.
Oh, wow, that much, huh? Right, well, maybe I should come with you and make sure that that shower is hot enough for you.
Well, you definitely are the expert on hotness, that's for sure.
Sure.